It delivers justice like only Queen Latifah can. That adds CBS Sunday.
Few leftover flurries for tonight. Otherwise, next couple of days looking fairly tranquil. Will it stay that way through the weekend? We'll let you know tonight at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. following the accidental leak of sensitive military information from the Trump administration. Plus, UP lawmakers are pushing for natural gas production to continue in the Upper Peninsula, even as the state transitions to cleaner energy. We'll have the details. And we hear more from the executive director of the Delta County Chamber of Commerce, who was just elected president of the Michigan Association of Fairs and Exhibitions. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Checking out the weather into Wednesday. Not a bad looking day. Lots of sunshine, at least for the morning. Clouds slowly thickening up for the afternoon, but not too bad here. Winds generally on the light side, but we should be able to break into the 40s for the end of the day before the clouds come in later on in the evening. And everyone across the Upper Peninsula looks like, well, with a couple exceptions here, should be able to break into the lower to mid 40s. With a decent amount of sunshine as well. How long will it hold? We'll let you know later in the show. Kevin?
Tom, thank you. Officials in the Trump administration are downplaying a group text chat on a commercially available messaging app where sensitive military information was accidentally shared with a journalist. Top Democrats are demanding accountability for the security breach. Erica Brown has the latest on the fallout in Washington.
Joining us tonight.
On Fox News Tuesday night, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz called the security breach where sensitive military plans were disclosed on the messaging app Signal embarrassing.
I take responsibility. I built the group.
Waltz says Jeffrey Goldberg, editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, was inadvertently added to the group chat.
I'm sure everybody out there has had a contact where it was said one person and then a different phone number.
Top Democrats are demanding Waltz and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth resign over the leak.
After 25 years in the Navy, flying off of ships and as a test pilot, if you were sharing classified information in this manner, you would be fired.
President Trump is standing by his national security team.
Our national security now is stronger than it's ever been. There was no classified information, as I understand it.
CBS News has learned in February the National Security Agency warned the Signal app had vulnerabilities and that Russian hackers had tried to access encrypted messages on the platform. The Democrats on the House Oversight Committee say they're launching an investigation into the security breach and requested Trump administration officials preserve all records related to the leak, including the group chat. The president also signed an executive order Tuesday requiring proof of citizenship to vote in federal elections.
And it's an honor to sign this one.
Legal experts say the sweeping order is expected to be challenged in court.
As President Trump pushes for U.S. ownership of Greenland, Vice President J.D. Vance announced plans to visit the territory with his wife on Friday. The Prime Minister of Greenland says the high-level visits are a provocation. State lawmakers are moving forward with bills to protect natural gas energy plants in the UP. Two bills from UP lawmakers would amend green energy laws to keep the plants in operation. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more on the testimony given in favor of the legislation this morning.
A majority of the energy used in Michigan's Upper Peninsula comes from 13 reciprocal internal combustion engine or RICE generators located around the central UP. The state's clean energy plan phases out their use because of the natural gas involved.
This energy precipice that we are coming towards is going to be a dead end for us.
Before the laws were passed, UP representatives tried to introduce changes that would exempt the generators, but they weren't adopted. Now that the state house is under Republican control, lawmakers are hoping to have better luck the second time around.
It's not so much reckless legislation as a reckless timeline.
The House Energy Committee held a hearing for the bills to extend the lives of the generators, only calling testimony in favor of the legislation.
The timeline, as the legislation that's passed, doesn't allow us to successfully navigate from these internal combustion gas-powered generators that we cited in 2019 to a more reliable baseload energy supply such as nuclear.
Representative Dave Preston says during his time on the Elder Delta Electrical Cooperative Board of Directors, he learned that utilities operate in decades, not years. He and the other UP lawmakers are worried that shutting down the Rice generators would mean a sharp increase in utility costs for the Michiganders who already pay the most for their electricity.
We're looking for some accommodation in this law, not a rewrite of it.
The bills still have to be approved by the committee before going back to the House for a vote. Preston says he's optimistic they'll see the same support in the Senate as well. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The executive director of the Delta County Chamber of Commerce has been chosen to head an entity representing fairs and festivals throughout the state. Our Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons has the story.
Now in her 7th year with the organization, Delta County's Vicki Mishaw has been elected president of the board of directors of the Michigan Association of Fairs and Exhibitions.
It's a great organization. They're very involved on the legislative side of the fair business and doing all that they can to support agriculture, education, and really the missions of fairs and festivals within the state.
Mishaw was first appointed to the State Fair Board of Managers in 1999. She's been active in making fair successful ever since, with the chamber managing the UP State Fair in Escanaba. Now, her guidance will help all Michigan fairs navigate changes and serve their communities.
I'll be a little bit more involved in some of the policy discussion and making sure that the policies and procedures that are in place are followed. More than anything, I would be helping our executive director, who is amazing, make sure where there's support that I'm there to give it to him.
Mishaw says she's proud to serve as president of the association, and as a representative for the entire Upper Peninsula, she'll also be acting as a voice for every fair in the area.
You know, I'm pretty committed to our UP fairs. We've got great fairs in the Upper Peninsula. It's been an honored tradition for so long for us to be able to claim our best practices and bring that information back to all the other fairs within the state is a very important responsibility.
She's excited for the opportunity to further her work shaping the future of fairs here in the UP and across Michigan.
It's an honor to be in really a servant leadership role. This is a hardworking group doing as much as they can to support their members and to be in a position to help all of the members of the association. It really is an honor.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
Marquette County is continuing to become more accessible for people with physical disabilities. WZMQ's Andrew Hands has more on the ongoing process.
Since 2019, the Superior Alliance for Independent Living, or SAIL, has partnered with Travel Marquette to create a guide for handicap accessibility in the area.
Travel Marquette realized that there wasn't a lot of information available about what was accessible and what wasn't. So they were like, oh, you know, we need more information for tourists and community members.
Over 100 Marquette County restaurants, outdoor recreation facilities, hotels, and more have been evaluated by SAIL and are included in the Guide to Access, listing things like doorway measurements, handicap parking spaces, and elevator access. Each business will now showcase new stickers on their doors to show this assessment.
We decided that doing something once people had gone through the assessment process, they would end up getting a sticker that was co-branded between Travel Marquette and SAIL.
Over the years, Pure Michigan has helped through the process, providing grants that have expanded the program.
We did receive a grant from Pure Michigan to do these last assessments. And then we also have a grant from Pure Michigan to do 360 videos that show people what their surroundings are like, if it's going to work for them as far as being able to get in and out of the building.
The guide and more can be found at the Travel Marquette and SAIL offices or on their websites. In Marquette, Andrew Hands, WZMQ 19 News.
Tom DeVecchio has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, troubling new data shows many Americans are not receiving the treatment they need for sleep apnea. And for Women's History Month, we're highlighting another female-owned business in the UP. We'll talk with the owner of Snowbound Books after this.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
The IRS has collected over $1 billion in past due taxes this year, and they're aggressively targeting more taxpayers. Don't wait until the IRS comes knocking. Our team is here to help you resolve your tax debts before things escalate. Every tax situation is unique, and so is our approach. We fight to lower your tax debt to an amount that you can afford. United Tax Fix. Expert help, personalized service, and the peace of mind you deserve. Call 800-203-3198.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Checking out our headlines for Marquette, decent for the balance of the night and really next several days here, tomorrow into Thursday, looking at some fairly decent weather here, keeping it dry and tranquil. That changes though on Friday as we head on toward the weekend. We could get a little freezing mix here for the weekend as well, and too early to say just how much, if any, kind of ice we will get, but it's something that we will look at more closely, particularly tomorrow and into Thursday. It's heading on to school, though, for tomorrow. Yeah, I still need the hat, coat, and gloves in the morning here with partly to mostly sunny skies here. And we'll keep the milder weather and decent sunshine for the afternoon. Temperatures will break the lower 40s, so not too bad for the kids as they go to school and when they leave school at the end of the day. Winds for Wednesday, light west and then light out of the south. With that, that should help boost our temperatures a bit, and we expect the winds to continue fairly steady. Now on Thursday, a little front comes through. You see the winds start to pick up a little bit more by Thursday afternoon, but not much precipitation here. You can see through Wednesday, decent amount of sunshine. Clouds do come in late in the day. Might even set off a few widely scattered or isolated rain showers or wet snow showers. Will not amount to much, if anything. No problems traveling here. You can see these lines of clouds. That's a cold front that'll slide through during the morning hours on Thursday. Again, dry. You can see hardly any precipitation with it as it goes on through. And temperatures should still be fairly decent for the rest of Thursday. But things are going to change as we head on toward Friday and into the weekend. In fact, as you check out the 6 to 10 day outlook to round out March into early April, temperatures certainly on the cool side here. In fact, could be rather chilly, particularly on the east side of the Upper Peninsula here, heading into the early part of April. And it doesn't look that dry either. We're expecting above normal precipitation, so maybe not the best of weather, especially outdoor weather, to end the last week of March. But today, though, or tonight rather, looking pretty good. Looking at some partly cloudy skies overall. Temperatures cold, the teens to near 20, rising into the low 40s by later on in the afternoon on Wednesday. Hump day, good weather here, and looks decent for Thursday. Maybe a few more clouds. We'll keep the precipitation away. Friday, the next front brings in, looks more like rain and snow, not too worried about freezing mix, but Friday night and into the weekend, there'll probably be some kind of mix of snow, sleet, maybe some freezing rain mixing in, and then mainly light snow will linger into the day on Monday.
Tom, thanks again. This National Sleep Month, a new survey reveals many Americans suffer from sleep apnea and aren't getting the treatment they need. Michael George has more on this common disorder.
Thomas Dewey has been snoring for 20 years. The 59-year-old tried a dental device and nose strips. A few months ago, his wife told him it was getting worse.
My wife started saying, "You're scaring me. I want to wake you up because you're struggling to breathe."
Thomas, who's recently retired and very active, also noticed he was feeling tired.
I started feeling a bit tired during the day. I'm a very active guy. I'm rehabbing my house in Florida. I have no reason to feel sleepy during the day.
A sleep test reveals he suffers from sleep apnea. New research from the National Sleep Foundation finds while nearly 90% of Americans say it's a serious condition to be treated, nearly 1/3 diagnosed are not currently being treated.
You're at increased risk for cardiovascular events, metabolic disorders, cognitive dysfunction, emotional and mental health problems.
The report estimates about 30 million Americans suspect they have sleep apnea and have not been diagnosed. And while most of the population knows CPAP is a frontline treatment option, they aren't aware of other options.
Things like lifestyle changes, diet, drinking behavior, smoking, exercise, surgical options, implantable medical devices. There are mandibular advancement devices.
Thomas is looking forward to when his CPAP machine arrives.
Waking up not tired, waking up refreshed, not feeling sleepy during the day.
He's glad he listened to his wife so everyone can start sleeping better.
The report also shows only 1 in 4 Americans can identify health consequences of untreated sleep apnea. And in honor of Women's History Month, WZMQ is highlighting women-owned businesses in our communities. Tonight we take a look at Snowbound Books in Marquette.
The great writer Ernest Hemingway said, "There is no friend as loyal as a book. They can take us anywhere." And for the people of Marquette, the first steps of that journey often begin here at Snowbound Books. Clinging to the hillside on North 3rd Street, the former residence is now home to this beloved mainstay of downtown, celebrating over 40 years as Marquette's bookstore. Snowbound's success is due in large part to its visionary owner, Dana Welshans.
This is something that really is me. You know, you walk through the store and it's like, this is me. You know, this is the art that doesn't fit in my house, so I bring it in here. This is books that if I had all the time in the world, I would like to read one day. It's me.
This cozy bookseller manages to have something for every taste, from mysteries to children's books, and everything in between. Welshans and her staff know their customers and what they like to read.
You know, you find one thing about it that they really, really like, and then you try to find that in another book.
Dana started as an employee in 1998, but when the owner retired in 2013, she jumped at the chance to own her own bookstore.
I like my job, and I want to keep my job, and he wanted to retire, so I had to buy the store.
Her well-curated collection is a point of pride for Welshans.
I'm really proud when people come in and say that it's well curated, because that is, I think that's the heart and soul of a bookstore, you know, other than the people that work there and, you know, the personalities. You know, you got to have a good curated selection.
In Marquette, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Mike Ludlam has your sports headlines when we come back. MSU basketball head coach Tom Izzo sounds off on the transfer portal and explains why he's not interested at this time. We'll be right back.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome!
I like it. I love it.
Get 4.99 APR financing on a new 25 Corolla or all hybrid Camry. Lease a Corolla from $239 a month or Camry from $299 a month.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
How much longer?
Relax. I can't. This online betting thing is getting out of control. Come on, we're having fun. But we need to pay rent, buy books, groceries. Blah, blah, blah. They're called priorities for a reason. We'll get to those things. Maybe. This isn't gonna end well.
Don't regret the bet. For tips that will help you play it smart, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board.
Getting ready, we all have our routine. Finding an outfit. Fixing your hair. And all the other little touches. Gum, check. Keys, check. Phone, check. But of all the things you remember to bring with you, naloxone could be the most important. It can reverse an opioid overdose. You can get it without a prescription in most states, and it's really easy to use. If you or someone you know is at risk for opioid overdose, naloxone could save their life. Keep it on you and at home. For more information about naloxone, visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Good evening, everyone. The Lake Superior State men's basketball team made its debut in the NCAA Division II Elite Eight. Steve Hettinga's Lakers were the 6th seed and took on number 3 Dallas Baptist. The Patriots also making their first appearance in the Elite Eight. First half, Lakers off to a very good start. Kinsley Perkins driving, shot clock under 5, finds Devin Womack. He scored the first 5 Lakers points, ended up with 20. Lake State had a few fast break opportunities. Hunter Soper to Perkins for the layup. 10-4 blue and gold. Perkins had 10 points but was plagued by foul trouble. Dallas Baptist made a run the final 5 minutes of the half. Xavier Brown with a drive in the hoop. He had 17. Nino Carter-Smith saves the ball from being stolen, not to mention keeps it in bounds and finds Tyson Edmondson for a triple. He had 17 points. Lakers up 36-29. Steve Hettinga reasonably happy. But the Patriots outscored Lake State 7-2 to end the half. Ricky Luwan with the drive, basket, and foul. He had 27 to lead all scores. Lakers up 38-37 at the break. Second half, not good news at all. Good start for Dallas Baptist. Isaac Buller with the hoop there, and all of a sudden they're up 8. Dallas Baptist had a 15-point advantage when Edmondson hit that triple to get it down to 12. Laker closed to 3 points with under 7 minutes remaining. Perkins scores here, but Dallas Baptist won 98-85. The Lakers had a season-high 29 turnovers and allowed the Patriots to grab 18 offensive rebounds.
To my guys, I thought we played super hard. Certainly want to give credit to DBU. They played a great game and made us uncomfortable. Very proud of our guys. Disappointed that we couldn't get farther, but nothing to egg our heads about because they had one heck of a run for 2 straight years, doing things that Lake State has never done before, so it couldn't be prouder.
It was as expected. I mean, we knew they were going to try to speed us up, so going into halftime, we were just thinking, like, we know what they're doing, we just got to weather the storm and try to just keep our offense going.
Lake Superior State ends its best season in school history with a record of 30-7. Dallas Baptist will face 7th-seeded California State University at Dominguez Hills in the semifinal Thursday. Dominguez Hills edged the 2nd-seed West Liberty 86-84. Also in D2 hoops, Michigan Tech's Marcus Tomaszek has earned first-team All-American honors from the National Association of Basketball Coaches. The guard from Green Bay previously earned D2 CCA Midwest Region Player of the Year and was the GLIAC Player of the Year, helping Tech get into the NCAA tournament. Tomaszek scored 23 points per game. The junior ranked 11th in the country in scoring, and his 720 points this season was 7th in the country and fourth most in Michigan Tech history. Back to Lake Superior State, the Lakers have announced that men's and women's golf plus men's and women's tennis will be discontinued effective June 30th of this year. In a press release, LSSU officials conducted a comprehensive review of its athletic programs to make sure the department is best positioned to support its student athletes and also maintain competitiveness in the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference and the Central Collegiate Hockey Association. LSSU Director of Athletics Tori Lindley says this step is necessary for the continued success of Lakers athletics. The Upper Peninsula has a runner-up trophy from the Division IV girls basketball tournament. The Uintah Creek Panthers reached the final in East Lansing over the weekend after a 34-24 semifinal win over Concord. But it was Fowler who scored the first 4 points of the game. Then Bree Bessenden found older sister Emma for 3. 3.5 minutes into the game, it would be Bree finding Emma again, and another triple. Gave the black and gold a 6-4 lead. Emma had 13 points. But Fowler finished the quarter on a 10-2 run. Brooke Weber returned a pass to Kylie Spicer. She knocked down the three-pointer, leading everybody with 17. 14-8 Eagles at 1, and Emma Bessenden had all 8 of the Panthers' points. One problem for ETC, trying to navigate those passing lanes because Fowler's rather tall, and it was not simple. Katie Spicer with the steal, leading to a fast break. Elizabeth Huffnagel finds Brooke Weber open for 3. Weber had 10. ETC had 12 of its 18 turnovers in the first half. But the Panthers ended the run on a 7-2 run at the end of the half. Bree Bessenden, able to slide between defenders for that hoop. Then Michaela Basil in the corner was able to find a narrow opening that bounced this past to Ireland McGeeshick, spinning and scoring. She had 7 points and 11 rebounds. Under 10 seconds left in the half, Emma finds Bree again, scoring off the window. Bree Bessenden had 9 points and 4 assists, but Fowler pulled away with a 19-3 run in the third quarter. The Eagles won their third state title in 5 seasons, 53-29. Fowler's size and speed was much different than Concord's size and speed in the semifinal.
Our girls had some unfortunate turnovers that turned into points, and then it was difficult to get back into it after that because of their stiff defense. And they hit some of those outside shots that they needed to hit to keep that run going.
I just felt like their defense was a lot stronger. They ran the floor a lot faster, so they got a lot of layups, and it was harder to get back on. They were able to sub runners so they could just keep sprinting down the court, try to wear us out, so I think that was harder than Concord.
We played not the greatest, but Fowler is a really good team, so it was hard to keep track of them. They did a really great job running the floor and hitting all their shots, and we just weren't on completely, but that's all right. It was a great experience, and I don't regret any of it.
It's so amazing. I love the Spartans, so it's like a dream come true to play here on this floor, and I'm just so excited I got to experience it with my teammates, especially my sister and my parents. I'm super happy to be here with them. We always watch the Spartans together, so it's like amazing.
Uintah Creek ended the season with a 27-2 record. Congratulations to the Panthers. Now, Tom Izzo is not a fan of the transfer portal, especially when it starts and is in progress. Here's some comments.
There's not a lot of recruiting done in the transfer portal. It's offering. There's not recruiting. It's paying. And we don't even know how these people are doing it. We don't even know what we can do yet. And I'll cheat myself before I'll cheat my players. So if you got another question about the transfer portal, I can lift you a lot of schools you can call and ask them. They might have the better opinion than me. I'm not ready to move on. So, Judd, I've followed what you said. You know, I'm going to worry today about the guys I got in this program that have done an incredible job this year, and that's it. And if that costs me later, so be it. But Tom Izzo isn't cheating the people that he has that have been loyal to him for this chaos that is going on out there.
Michigan State takes on Ole Miss Friday night, and we will be right back.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another option. It works fast, and most have migraine pain relief within 2 hours. You can treat it anytime, anywhere. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur hours to days after. Side effects include nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Ubrelvy.
The UP loves to be outdoors. Running, fishing, hiking, biking. If it's happening outside, you want to be a part of it. And this little baby is what you need to be ready. It's local and 100% free, 24/7. WZMQ 19's news app can show you the best times to be out, what to wear, how to stay safe, whether to bring along the kids. It's your problem-solving power tool. The WZMQ 19 app, now playing on a phone near you.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
The Window Store Home Improvement Center is your clear choice for quality products and expert installation. We have a thorough and seamless process, start to finish. From the moment you meet our friendly staff, you'll be amazed by their attention to detail. Our team of experienced professionals take pride in their work, and with our 2-year warranty on all installations, you'll have peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Plus, we service the entire Upper Peninsula. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Maybe a lingering flurry here for the balance of the night across the Upper Peninsula, east of Marquette. And we set up some nice weather for the day. Wednesday, some sunshine. Wednesday evening, maybe a quick hit of a few flurries or sprinkles here. Won't amount to anything of note, just some fairly decent weather for the middle of the week. Another cold front slides through on Thursday. This one also doesn't have a bunch or much moisture with it, so we'll keep it on the dry side as well. But things will be changing for the upcoming weekend. Friday looks like a rain-snow mix, maybe some light slush accumulation. And then there is some concern for a little freezing mix for the weekend. No particulars at this point, too far away here, but there may be some ice and some slickness here, something that we will watch again through the weekend, and some leftover snow showers as we head toward the beginning of next week. Kevin, back to you.
Tom, thanks very much. And finally tonight, the Marquette Regional Airport is expanding their facility to accommodate more passengers. Today, the airport cut the ribbon on their new sterile waiting area. It includes 66 seats for waiting passengers and tables for them to use prior to their flights. The airport director says this new area is important to accommodate larger flights and increasing numbers of people flying with them. The new space includes a merchandise store, so passengers don't have to worry about getting new purchases through security. Real quick, Mike, anything else?
Pistons 122, San Antonio 96, and Aubrey Johnson, the Gawney basketball guard, will be going to Michigan Tech.
All right, thanks, Mike. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Here's a business looking for a customer. Here's a customer looking for a business. And that's where the Better Business Bureau comes in. The BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. That's why 80% of people choose BBB accredited businesses over